Welcome to our Denmark adventure. We travelled to Denmark for a week, spending most of the trip in Copenhagen and the last couple of days in the Danish countryside. We tried to pick activities which were a little bit different and fitted what we wanted to get out of the trip, while not necessarily being the main tourist destinations. It led to an amazing time away, so I hope you enjoy the video.
We'll find a way somehow.
So when we got there, we went for a quick wander around, explored the streets and found somewhere for dinner before heading to our accommodation at the city hub, and we played some games and got a nice early night so we could start our holiday properly the next day.
So I guess this means we'll have to live and learn, find out from the tactics that just didn't work.
Once we finished our amazing porridge at Grod, we rented some bikes and headed to Artscape Studios. This is like a concept cafe which is so amazing. You turn up and there's a food menu and an art menu. You can pick from the art menu. There's so many different types of art. They do watercolour, pencils, I think there was coffee art and things like that as well, a bit more obscure. Me and Aidan chose an option which was 6 acrylic colours and a canvas. And we both chose kind of mountain designs, and we just had an amazing time. I think we spent like 3 or 4 hours here just painting, and it was so amazing. I was really looking forward to it, but Aidan doesn't like art and doesn't do anything creative, so he really didn't want to go, and he really enjoyed himself as well. He was really happy with his painting at the end, and it was good just to have nothing else to focus on, because we were away. We could just spend time thinking about what we wanted to paint. Next, we visited Freetown, Christiania, which is a former military base which was abandoned and got taken over by a community of people who live independently from the Danish government. There is rules when you visit here, and there's only certain locations that you can film or take pictures in. Some areas had a lot of people like standing smoking and drinking, but then you'd walk around the corner and there's so much amazing artwork, creative projects, and we also found an amazing little vegan vegetarian cafe which hosted different chefs from all over the world and created a massive amount of varied food. It was so good. we went to Beta Boulders. It was really amazing to get a feel for a completely different type of setting style, and also a different feel of climbing gym. There was windows everywhere, and so there was so much light in the gym, which I just haven't seen in the UK, so that was really amazing. However, we didn't have room in our luggage to take climbing shoes with us, so we did have to rent shoes, which made it really hard to try anything that we wanted to get on because the shoes were really bad. But it was really good for me because all I could really do was the dynamic movements with big holds. So I practiced a lot of dynamic movement and actually got one for the climb, so I was really happy. After climbing, we were pretty hot because the climbing gym was essentially a greenhouse with the windows, so we decided to take a swim. Copenhagen has lots of outdoor swimming baths that are just open to the public, and we were told by some other people that there's also some really good wild swimming spots, but we weren't sure where they were, so we came to one of these locations, and it was about 2 degrees air temperature, but because the sun was shining, it felt so warm just standing in our swimsuits. The water didn't feel so warm though. And we felt so frozen we couldn't let go of the bar because we were worried we wouldn't be able to move our legs. But it was really good fun. Oh! Yeah, stayed in. That was a nice swim, yeah? From the pictures, I think these baths are amazingly popular in summer and everyone brings their own chairs and sits in sunbathes. But it was March when we were visiting, so we were the only people there. In the evening, we visited the planetarium. We watched a film in the dome about the Hadron Collider, which Aiden chose, which was really interesting. Although on video you can't see that it's a dome, so I didn't bother taking any videos of that. But you also get access to all the exhibitions in the planetarium, which were amazing.
It's been so long, you've been so tough, you've kept it up, you've kept me up, been standing tall, keeping strong, and I'm doing well, I'm eating more,
lesser footage of a lesser spotted Haley. Nom in her Danish. Her Danish.
Vegan Danish.
Vegan Danish.
Kan leave me alone to eat my Danish.
And though you might think that you're fine, you need someone. And though you've been in your time, you need someone to love.
As much as we love travelling, we do find it very tiring, and so at the end of our holiday I went on Airbnb and I found a little secluded kind of cabin in the middle of the countryside, and our plan was just to spend 2 nights here, relaxing, trying to reset and just read our books. We didn't feel like we had to do anything, go on some walks and things like that, and just have a lovely relaxing time before it was back to the reality of work and life in the UK. This worked out so well. The Airbnb was so beautiful. It was a lovely place to relax. Aiden can't be in the shop because he's too tall. But it is now sunset. I fell asleep reading and now the sun's setting. So we're gonna go outside and go for a little walk because, how would you put it? I get grumpy if I don't go outside.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
And we've relaxed, and Aiden's had a great day because he loves doing nothing, and so do I, but I get to the point of nothing where I get frustrated and then I get angry. So we're gonna go outside. It's been good. I feel like we've done well-ish, and not doing a lot. We've watched probably a bit more TV, but we were watching climbing competition, which was really quite good because it's not something we've ever done before. And so yeah, we're just gonna go for a walk until the sun sets and then come back in, probably read a little bit more and make food.
What am I meant to do? What are you doing?
It's because it's so cold, my hands froze to it. It's like 2 degrees. A big puddle with ducks.
The back for a puddle.
It's a pretty good puddle to be fair. Once back in Copenhagen, we stumbled across this amazing book cafe. Upstairs, you can order your drinks and there's books all around you, antique books, And then when you walk down the stairs, it's a massive second-hand bookstore. It was so quiet down there, you can't hear anything from upstairs. It was such a relaxed place. All of the texts pretty much were in Danish, but it was just amazing to look around, such a quirky place. And it made an absolute amazing end to our trip. But after that we had to catch our flight back and go home, so I hope you enjoyed the video.